But Bushnell has an idea, and it's called the 2600.
In the home game business, we thought of a single game, and Nolan said, no, this is a business that we have to be able to treat it like a record player and put new records in.
It's a revolutionary console that enables consumers to play multiple games.
You can get nearly 300 different cartridges, haven't you?
The day we shipped the first one, I told the guys at Warner, I said, this product is over in 3 years, or 4.
Oh, amazing. It's amazing.
Nolan feels suffocated as he butts heads with his corporate bosses.
As corporations get bigger, there's all the rules and the laws and everything that gets laid down. It just ends up kind of, it chokes them, I think.
And they just didn't see it. They just didn't see it.
Demand for the new console is weak, and Bushnell's unhappiness reaches a peak in November 1978.
I felt that the company was taking some foolish risks. At the same time, I felt, I don't know, I kind of didn't like working for somebody else.
Nolan's exit as head of Atari is quickly arranged, but a document he signed 2 years earlier would haunt him. The non-competitive agreement bans him from the industry he helped create.
When I signed it, I had no idea that I'd ever want to leave Atari. It just wasn't on my radar screen. It was only later on where I said, oh my, what have I done?
Atari would go on to even greater success, but its founder, unable to work in the business he loves, has no choice but to shift his energy elsewhere.
Nolan always fancied himself as an entertainment guy, not as a video game guy.
And by that time, Chuck E. Cheese was doing well. See, Chuck E. Cheese was started inside Atari. They didn't want to pursue it, and so I bought it out.
It becomes the place that adults hate and kids love.
Culinary aspects just didn't seem to matter to Nolan, and I think he's wrong.
I don't eat at Disneyland. You know, I don't eat at amusement parks. And Chuck E. Cheese was an amusement park.
Kids don't like spicy. They just as soon have a plain cheese pizza.
The chain becomes known for its arcades and animated characters, including its namesake. Can you say Chuck E. Cheese without smiling?
Because we wanted the smile, Chuck E. Cheese. We wanted the smile. We wanted this name so that you couldn't say it without smiling.
But kids don't care about the bad food. They just want to play games. Chuck E. Cheese is soon franchised into 180 locations nationwide.
I remember going to a couple of the openings. It was just fantastic. I mean, it was really a blast.
But Bushnell can't stay still for long, and his eyes once again lock onto the future. He forms a venture capital group that backs innovative ideas. Some say too innovative. There's shopping on computers.
Try by video and enjoy the newest shopping experience.
That was so early in the days of computers.
The technology wasn't ready. We used Laserdisc players that in the early days of the Laserdisc, the machines were buggy.
And automobile navigation systems.
I felt that people could drive more efficiently.
That was incredible. And we had those in our cars.
And it would take a lot of stress out of driving.
And I always thought, I don't know how I lived without this before.
But his favorite and most enduring dedication to futuristic technology is the personal robot.
Now, that was a fixation that I didn't share with Nolan.
We joke, though, that I do have this robot fetish. I mean, I really love robots. And I've lost a lot of money pursuing them.
My question was, why do you want a robot to go get a beer out of the refrigerator?
She says that she wants to put me in a robotic 12-step program.
While Nolan concentrates on his robots, another venture is about to go under.
His brilliance can at times be a distraction and can diffuse the focus of his attention.
I had turned over the running of the restaurants almost 8 months before that. And I'd been focusing pretty much on sailboat racing and the game side of the business and really not watching the pizza side.
They tried to make the pizza better, I think was a problem, wasn't it? Like, it ended up costing too much money. It kind of threw the whole business model out of whack.
And they said, we're going to miss our numbers, but we're not going to just miss numbers, we're going to report a loss, which I thought was just absolutely impossible. You know, just not possible.
the mid-1980s, the innovative Nolan Bushnell has made and lost a fortune.
Our family, we've really managed to kind of roll with everything. Like we've definitely hit, some super hard times.
The fact that Nolan has had his ups and downs is one thing. Nolan deserves to be as economically successful as Walt Disney, and Nolan truly deserves more than what he has.
His fascination with the future has cost him millions.
In many cases, I read science fiction and looked at the world, and my objective in life is to try to make the world happen a little bit faster. Sometimes the world is ready and that the infrastructure is in place. Sometimes it isn't.
Although his personal robots never catch on, Nolan's furry animated creatures do.
So I felt that there was a market for an electronic animal.
The thing about a Petster is, it does what it's told.
And so we created the Petster line.
And the AG Bear.
That I really liked. The idea that a child could, get a reaction from a teddy bear. I still think it's an incredible product.
It was a bear that you could believe was talking to you.
Hello, AG.
I thought it was going to be successful, but I was surprised at how big a success it was.
He sells more than $15 million worth of animated animals. But Bushnell's next robotic toy, Tech Force, launches a controversy. Signals controlling the robot's movement would be transmitted through a children's cartoon series.
I think they felt that there was somehow something subliminal going on, in which these controls, if they control the little guys, maybe they can control the kids. Maybe they can control us. I think that the whole idea that we can control things through the television set is frightening to a lot of people.
The protests helped derail the Tech Force toys and TV show. After years of dipping into other creative ventures, it's time for Bushnell to reunite with his first love, video games. He becomes a consultant for Hasbro, Bally, and a string of other top names, including one with a rocky past, Atari. Decades have passed, yet 3 of Bushnell's early inventions are still alive and still evolving. Newly configured Chuck E. Cheese is a smash hit again. Atari is now part of the Infogrames family. And Pong, the simple game that started a revolution, has entered a whole new dimension. But Nolan and his family have moved on to Uwink.